What's going on, guys? This is Moonchild, a Dude No Way, and today I got a PvE build for every class that'll have you breezing through lost sectors and farming exotics fast. Season of the Lost is here, and with it came brand new mods and new exotics to chase, so in this video I'm going to show you a loadout that works for every class and every lost sector in the game. To get your farm on in Season 15, the first thing you want to grab is Overload Bow from the Artifact. This is the best mod in the game when it comes to stunning champions, because it turns every bow you've got into a one-stop shop for making overloads look stupid. Just fully draw the arrow, shoot them anywhere in the body, and they're gonna get stunned. Overload champions are by far the most annoying to deal with, but this mod takes away all the hassle. When you slot it on your gloves, it's gonna work with every legendary bow you have, but that's not where the real power lies. To see this mod reach its full potential, you wanna bust out the Trinity Ghoul and Tiku's Divination. Trinity Ghoul is an exotic bow that's absolutely disgusting for ad clear. When you get a precision kill, your next arrow is going to chain lightning between everything nearby. With the catalyst unlocked, that burst of free damage triggers from any arc kill. If you're running an arc subclass, kills with your grenade, melee, and super are all going to load an electrified arrow. All of that's well and good, but by far the easiest way to proc the exotic perk is just to get kills with the weapon. When you have the catalyst, every kill with Trinity Ghoul makes your next arrow chain lightning. This is insane for taking out large groups of red bar enemies, and the extra damage hits so hard you'll end up clearing out a pack of dudes in just a few shots. Tiku's Divination works in a similar way, and can wipe out groups as fast as its arc counterpart. When you draw an arrow while firing from the hip, auto-targeting squares are going to highlight certain enemies in front of you. Fire it off, and it'll send little homing arrows to prime those targets and set them on fire. Then you want to aim down sights, shoot a dude that's burning, and watch him get blown to hell. These two weapons are the backbone of the loadout we're going to use to farm exotics. In legendary lost sectors and above, the match game modifier is active, which means if you don't deal the right type of damage, it's going to take forever to break elemental shields. Between Tiku's Divination and Trinity Ghoul, you've got solar and arc covered, so you can swap between whichever one you're about to face the most of. To complement that, you want to grab yourself a Void rocket launcher. With the lost sectors that are currently in rotation, Void shields are by far the least common, and that makes them a perfect candidate for the heavy slot. There are a few different options you can pick between, and if you can find it, you want to look for a roll with tracking module. Royal Entry was my pick from a couple of seasons back, because the precision frame rockets have tracking as an intrinsic perk. Having all three elements taken care of opens up a lot of opportunity for mods, so to take what we've got and build on it some more, we're slotting the mods Taking Charge and Shield Break Charge. Taking Charge makes you charged with light whenever you pick up an orb of power. If you masterwork your weapons, every double kill you get is going to drop you an orb. With Shield Break Charge equipped, you're going to get charged with light every time you break a shield with the matching element type. This gives you two easy ways to become charged with light, and I'll talk all about what we're doing with those in just a second. We've already got overload enemies covered, so let's go over what you'll be using to stun the other two champion types. Anti-barrier auto rifle is back on the artifact, but Season 15 brought us lost sectors with no barrier champions, which means it's rest in peace to our good buddy Heartlight. You want to get yourself something that goes in the kinetic slot, and the False Promises and Chroma Rush are perfect options you can run with. For unstoppable champions, grab Unstoppable Pulse Rifle and never look back. This is another occasion where you want to find a kinetic option, so look for something like a Cold Denial or the brand new Legal Action 2. If you're getting value out of this, like the video to tell the YouTube algorithm this content is worth showing off. With those legendary options in Tiku's Divination or Trinity Ghoul, you're going to be set up to tackle just about every lost sector this season has in rotation. But once every 10 days or so, one's going to come up with Unstoppable and Barrier at the same time. When that happens, I recommend busting out the Devil's Ruin, because you can hold the fire button to shoot a beam that stuns unstoppable champions. But if you don't have that, or you're part of the Sidearms Club, then just use whatever combination you can put together. Take it slow and you're going to be just fine. Season of the Lost has some absolutely insane artifact mods, and there are a few that just so happen to synergize perfectly with this build. Thermoclastic Strike makes your solar and stasis melees stun overload champions. Normally, I'd never recommend this type of mod, because using an ability means you've got one shot and only one to take that champion out. Thermoclastic Strike takes away that frustration, because every time you stun an overload, it's going to give you your full melee charge back. That comes in clutch in situations where you can't capitalize on the stun duration. Put on Withering Heat, and now hitting a champion with any solar ability is going to make them take a bunch more damage. These artifact mods aren't necessary, but they'll definitely make your life easier. For anyone that doesn't have Trinity Ghoul or Tiku's Divination, these two mods are an easy way to stop overloads in their tracks. To open a fight, stun the champion and immediately hit him with a solar ability. Then pull out your rocket, shoot him in the face, and that dude's probably finishable. Every now and then, you'll be able to kill a barrier champion before they even throw up a shield. When that happens, tell them Moon sent you and teabag their body once for me. To get that rocket to absolutely dust your enemies, you're gonna need it to hit as hard as possible. To make that happen, let's cycle back to what I was saying earlier about getting charged with light. Taking charge and shield break charge are easy options to get your buff stacked up over the course of an activity. To spend those charges and make your rocket hit like a nuke, we're slotting the mod Argent Ordnance. When you're charged with light and you ready your rocket launcher, Argent Ordnance is going to give you a buff on the left side of your screen called Godslayer Warheads. When you damage an enemy, your charged with light buff gets consumed and those rockets hit 20% harder. This is a solar mod that costs 5 energy, so to make sure you can slot it without interfering with everything else you need, I recommend grabbing a solar chest piece. Damage resistance mods are cheap at only 1 energy, and if you masterwork the armor, you'll have enough space to boost a stat on top of that. Argent Ordnance makes your heavy hit hard enough to melt through champions, which means you're going to be cruising through lost sectors and farming the best exotics with the stat rolls you're looking for. And if you're watching this and you're not sure what stats are best for your character, I'll tell you what, dude. I'm going to show you exactly what each stat does so that you know what armor you should be on the hunt for. And to check that out, all you gotta do is click the card on the right. Thanks for watching. I am Moonchild of Dude No Way, and I will see you in the next video.